episode 2. Hello, everybody. Welcome in, guys. I hope you're all good. Hello, and Lilith starts toying immediately off the bat. Wait, how come? Why can't we hear Ginger? Why can't? It's okay. It's okay. You know, it's okay. We're all professionals. Yeah, we're all professionals. Okay, and your sister's now shanking us in the chat. Love. Kitty K, Lilith, everybody, welcome in. Jay, hello, everybody. So this is episode number 2. Paranormal encounters, guys, on Kick. And so far we've had Migsy. Migsy's chat was interesting. We can't hear. You can't hear Ginger? Seriously? Seriously, you can't hear Ginger? Seriously? Hold on. Testing. Just talk there, Ginger. Let's see if we can hear you.
Talking, testing. 1, 2, testing. 1, 2.
Testing. Can you hear us now?
I can hear myself, yes.
Okay, cool. Damn bloody tastic. Let's go. Welcome in, guys. You good? Are we good? We have sound? Okay, cool.
Hope so.
So, guys, we had Migsy. Migsy gave us a bit of an interesting situation that he went through, having some interesting shadow creatures and shadow things looming around a friend's house, which was quite interesting. And I think going through some things like that can traumatize a person quite heavily. But I think when you go through something personal from a paranormal perspective, it does stick with you for a very long time. And clearly he was quite young when that happened. And now it's Mr. G's turn. Mr. G, Ginger Ninja. Guys, if you're not following Mr. Ginger Ninja, please go do so. He is a CS1 or CS2 sweat. And no, he's a sweat. He's a CS2
sweat. Call it pleb.
He's a CS2 sweat. So Ginger, so let's start off with, do you believe in the paranormal? Or prior to what happened to you, did you believe in the paranormal? Did you watch a couple of horror movies at all? Was it a thing?
No. So I was brought up with my entire family believing in the paranormal. My mother always believed if you see those slight stars at the corner of your eye, or you get that feeling that you're actually being watched, it's because you are actually being watched.
Okay.
So when my mother always used to have these random like outbursts where you'll say, "God be with you," what. That's when she sees the stars in the side of her eye. So she often talked to the dead like a crazy person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think people have perceived those kind of situations differently. They'll be like, "Is this person okay?" Or
yeah.
And
my mother was the village crazy lady. So.
Oh shit, Twisted. Yes, I've turned channel points off just for this chat. But trust me, we're gonna go live again after this. I'm gonna host that. We'll go live again, and the channel points will be back.
And then you can flash.
Yeah. And then you can
all you like.
Exactly. So you were saying your mom was a village crazy lady?
Yes. Given we didn't grow up in a very big town. Well, we were in Orkney here in northwest South Africa. Very tiny. It's now they've gone down the gutter. So the house I grew up in, Orkney, well, I wouldn't say grew up with, the house we lived in there was from birth up until about 7 or 8 years old. And that specific house had those wooden block tiles that they like checker into each other. Yeah. So when you stand on it goes click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had those in that entire house, and late at night everybody will be asleep, yet you'll hear the clicking and clacking of the tiles.
So you hear
dogs are all outside.
So you hear that forced movement. Yeah.
Exactly. As soon as you open the door, nothing there. Then
That's unpleasant.
in the it was my bedroom for a while, but it turned into my sister's nursery. I think that's why she turned out how she is now.
Wow!
Back to my story. Gotta take cheap shots when I can.
When you can. She said, yeah, your sister says she was a crazy, mischievous lady. I'm assuming it's your mom. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. So in this house, that one specific room, the room and the washroom and then the back washroom where all the ironing and stuff was done was built on. Yet I stayed in that one bedroom for like 3-4 years, and yeah, between the hours, say between 12 and 4, you'll feel multiple times where there's like pressure on your bed. You know, when someone sits on the bed next to you.
Yeah.
You like sink in. You would literally sit up and you could see the indentation on the bed. Yet there's nothing there, nothing to cause it. Yeah.
There's definitely something causing it.
Sorry.
There's definitely something causing it. I can tell you that now. When you get those feelings,
it is real.
Yeah.
Just know it.
Yeah.
And especially if you get that feeling that you're being watched, it is 10 to 1 because you are being watched and your brain has been conditioned with the fight response. That's why when at night your brain like perceives things that aren't there to be there. It's to prep you for that fight response.
Yeah.
And that is what they enjoy playing with. It's that flight or fight response of the person.
And property-wise, mentioned is it quite an old property? When was the property built? I mean,
This is an old
house.
mining house. So
okay, so there is a little bit of a history on that place.
It was built when Orkney was first being developed, when the mining started up there. So more than 100 years.
Okay,
I'd say, yeah.
And usually with mining towns, with mines, there's a lot of fatalities. There's a lot of things that happen, and those properties usually have some type of a connection. Yeah, there's like a lingering entity that usually hovers around in that space. Yeah. So now, in your own words, you would obviously consider that whole flight or fight reflex experience, and the hair standing up on the back of the neck kind of thing. Would you define that as your definition of a paranormal experience, or what do you define as a paranormal experience?
Paranormal experience would be to experience something that I would say no one else would experience, being in the same environment. Like it's isolated to you and you alone. That's why you don't play with Ouija boards, because they have a tendency to stick to a certain person.
Yeah. Thanks for the lurks, buddy.
So Ouija boards, straight out, do not do it. Don't attempt it. No matter how much fun it might sound like.
Yeah, guys, no Ouija boards. No Ouija boards, please.
Been there, done that.
People
do it again.
People think that messing with the Ouija board is all just fun and games and a big joke until something happens that you think you cannot explain, but you can explain it to people who've experienced it.
So my Ouija board experience.
No, Twisted. Yeah, Twisted doesn't. He'll go and do exactly the opposite.
Twisted's a typical male. You tell him not to do something, he'll go and do it.
Yeah, okay, Twisted, we're telling you to go do it.
Yeah, go play with a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Just don't, nowhere near me, please.
Yeah.
So the high school that myself and Mrs. G and even Cutie K went to is built on a concentration camp. And the one night, me and my friends decided...
Wait, what? Your high school is built on a concentration camp?
Yep, and the church next door as well. There's actually a shrine in front of the church for this concentration camp, and that's where smartass me and a bunch of other idiotic friends decided, let's take a Ouija board, go sit on that shrine, and
Oh my gosh.
play.
Oh my gosh.
This was also right before our trip down to the coast to Durban, where my one friend that was with us also played with a Ouija board, and ever since we got down to the coast, he had those. The word was right there. And Mixie also went through it. What that where you can't move yet you're awake.
Sleep paralysis.
It's sleep paralysis. That's
Yeah.
the word. So from there, he was having this sleep paralysis, and like he'll be lying awake, yet he can't utter a sound. He can't make a sound. He can't move a muscle. He can move his eyes around the room,
But he can't move his body. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, Drippy. Welcome in, Automatics. What's up?
He told me this on the day that we left. Then when we got here, back to Potch, South Africa, that night I started having it, and it continued on for 3 to 6 months. Where
holy shit, you had sleep paralysis that long?
Yeah, 3 to 6 months. I can't remember exactly when it stopped, but it literally threw me through depression because I couldn't sleep, and that's where my insomnia started. Because I don't want to sleep.
You want to go to bed? Yeah.
So what would happen is I'd wake up, not be able to move my body, can physically feel pressure on my wrists and my legs, yet I can't move. Then after a while, when you start to panic, it's like a heavy, like pressure on your chest.
Yeah.
And yeah, that started my insomnia. So from then, insomniac, can't sleep at night.
Sleep wasn't an option for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you sleep during the day, you're fine. Like sleep throughout the, or is it just sleep in general? Yeah. Sleep in general was a problem.
No. Sleeping in general, but if I sleep during the day, I'm fine. Yet if I slept at night, I would have the
sleep paralysis.
So it was quite a hectic few years.
So your sleep paralysis was literally feeling like you were bound to the bed.
Yes.
And your entire
can't shout. As soon as you start to panic, then you struggle breathing.
Yeah. And during sleep paralysis, did you obviously you said you could move your eyes and that kind of thing, but did you see anything? Was it so you didn't see?
Thing.
So you didn't see anything. You literally just would lie there and you would be awake, cannot move, cannot scream, cannot do anything. That is still such a scary experience, though, because I mean,
it is.
That's basically like experiencing what a full quadriplegic person would experience without the ability to move this part of your head.
Yeah. So I was awake straight on for 4 days, and then I started hallucinating shit.
Yeah, because I mean, you need to sleep. Your body needs the rest.
Yeah, and then as soon as I went to sleep, I slept for 2 days straight, and then lost my job.
Holy shit! Yep. That's intense, Ginger.
Fun times.
So now, when and didn't your work the people at work like pick up on anything in terms of you just constantly being like around and awake and
I'm
were you quite
I'm very introverted, so I don't like. I know it's weird, streamer and all. Very introverted. I don't talk to people easily. I don't share my personal feelings with people. Like sharing feelings for me was like a weak spot, if I can put it that way. So I wouldn't talk about it for the fear of people thinking I'm crazy.
Well, listen, you're definitely around the right company because we're all freaking crazy. So what did they say? What's it? Crazy needs company. So you've got company.
Thanks for keeping me company, Pete.
Yeah, there you go. No, but listen,
Yeah.
at some stage or another, it is good to be able to talk about this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
Years afterwards, yes, but during
yeah.
that time, you feel alone. You can't talk to anyone.
Mm.
Yeah, what do you do?
I mean
Write it out, I guess.
but I mean that kind of thing will also that could potentially put you into a lot of depression.
It also caused the loss of my job, but that's
Yeah,
another.
yeah, that's intense. That's extremely intense. And then your recoup after that, how did that go?
That was many antidepressants until I just decided one day, screw the drugs, screw everything. I'm just gonna be happy and focus on positive. Like,
Yeah,
I'm alive. I'm here. I live very much in the now.
live for the
Always
now.
have. Always will. So
That's
I
good.
don't. I don't dwell on past, if
Mm.
I can put it that way. Um, traumatic experiences like that, I tend to store away in a very deep and dark corner.
Mm.
Um,
But listen, thanks for very much for coming on here
no worries.
and jumping on and sharing this with. I mean, it's because it's hectic. I mean, you're digging it up a little bit to discuss it, but in the same breath, you're letting it out there to us, to me, and we're chatting
Yes.
about it so that you know that you can share it with somebody. And I think to a degree that's also it's part of the healing process.
Yes, it's like
Yeah.
it lifts a weight, if I can
Yeah.
put it that way.
Yeah. That's how we heal, by sharing. Exactly,
Exactly.
Kiriko.
Exactly. Sorry.
And then going back to the sleep paralysis side of things, you mentioned that carried on for quite a few months. During those months, did you ever feel like any I know it's like almost time slowing down or time behaving badly, like not behaving badly, but behaving strangely? Because one person I spoke to a while ago, they said that when they had a lot of sleep paralysis, they used to almost feel like they lost sense of time.
Yes, like you don't know what day of the week it is. You don't know. It feels like you've been sleeping for 2-3 days, yet it's only been an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Baron, welcome in.
so that I would say what ended that was moving back to Poch. When I moved in with Mrs. G,
Mm.
that ended all of that whole like fear of the sleep paralysis, because it was quite a few years after that that I was still afraid to sleep. And then when I moved back to Poch, moved in with Mrs. G, all of
But
that just like
so
subsided.
having that other
Yeah.
person with you obviously just helped
Yeah.
ground you a little bit and settle your mind a little bit. Okay. Well, did you notice anything that would trigger it though? I mean, obviously going to sleep, but was there anything that else that potentially triggered it throughout the course of the day, or would it just happen at random?
It's it, it's like at random while I'm asleep.
Okay.
It's also not at a specific time. Like I can go to sleep any time of the day, and
And
I'll
it'll
still
just
get it.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hectic. Um, and then outside of the sleep paralysis side of things, was there anything else that you experienced?
Well, being a child and wanting to mess with the creepy, there was this house that we used to ride skateboard past that was always rumored to be haunted and such and such. So the one day, the skate buddies and I driving past, it's like 7 p.m. at night. We decide, okay, we're gonna go home, we're gonna eat, we're gonna get a couple flashlights, and we're gonna go camp the night.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
This house is an old wooden house. It's falling apart. Um, it's yeah. If I can point Mrs. G or Cutie K to that specific spot, it is literally right next door to Snowflake in Potch.
And
that
is it still abandoned to this day, or has it just been left like that? Or
okay. Someone burnt it down and they rebuilt a new house on top of it. And, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, but before it got burnt down, we decided we're gonna go spend an evening over there. And boy, was that an evening.
Okay. This is gonna be interesting.
A lot of it was us messing with each other, but there was a few times that I very, very vaguely remember.
Cutie K says the house that used to have the Rotary Club in it.
Yes, that house there by the Rotary Club. It's also near a cemetery, like a very old cemetery that's under a bridge there in Potch. Yeah,
the dead center of town.
Yes, it's that Victoria. But we saw a whole lot of shadow figures and just like weird sounds, doors creaking, random bangs that should not be there that are there. And yeah.
It's amazing how it's always those kind of houses though. It's amazing. It's always the abandoned, dodgy ass houses. You go in there and you think, okay, people say it's haunted. Come on, let's see.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure.
Oh shit, a war cemetery, that makes it worse. That makes it worse. That's unpleasant. Yeah, you go into those properties and you're like, you know what, there's a lot of hype about it. Come on, let's just go and check it out and see what the situation is. Yeah. And then it bites you in the bum.
Mm-hmm.
It bites you properly in the ass. So, okay, so
you don't want to tell anyone about it because then we get into trouble. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't exactly express what you've experienced because then they're like, oh, but what were you doing there in the first place?
Yeah, just tell my mom I'm going around the corner and come back 2 days later, shit scared.
Yeah. Shit. So you say you experienced like a lot of doors banging and shadow figures.
I wouldn't say doors banging, just banging.
Or just banging. Okay.
In general. Yeah. Yeah. First time, last time. I won't do it again.
So anything specific that you can remember from going there that was like, okay, that's the one thing that's just pushed me over the edge?
It's a shadow figure that moved extremely quickly. All my friends were behind me, so it couldn't have been one of them. Not sure what it was, but it creeped me the fuck out, and right after that...
Freaking giving me goosebumps.
Yeah. So...
Shit.
No, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. I'm done with those places. Thanks, but no thanks.
And okay, so obviously with the history of your mom, you had that whole thing of having somebody in the family who was very or an empath.
Susceptible.
Yeah, yes. they were very
susceptible.
Yeah, she was an empath and was susceptible to seeing or hearing things. Seeing, like you mentioned, seeing things in the corner of her eyes. Do you think that? Do you get frustrated with the skepticism behind what you've experienced when you explain this kind of story to somebody? Do you understand the skepticism, or do you go, okay, well, listen, if I was in their shoes, I'd probably be skeptical as well, but I've experienced it.
I leave everyone up to their own opinions and. Like they can speculate whether it's true or not, but I know for a fact I was there, I lived it, so whether they believe me or not doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but that's always the thing is, and like Connecticut, when we had the last episode with Migsy, Connecticut was like, yep, no, I've never experienced anything. There's a lot of people that go, you know what, I've never experienced it, so it can't be true.
Yeah.
That's like saying, you know what, I've never been to the US, so it probably doesn't exist.
US doesn't exist, I'm sorry.
You see what I'm saying? So just because you physically haven't experienced an entity doesn't mean that it's not there.
My entire belief around all of that doesn't really come from my mother because she was Christian, brought up that whole Christian way.
Yeah.
Yet I'm not. I only went to church and got confirmed because I was forced to. Okay. But what I believe is there cannot only be one planet in the entire solar system with life on it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There has to be either in another galaxy or very far away. But when someone dies, they ascend to a higher dimension, and then whether or not they completed what they were put here to do, if they complete it, they ascend to that higher dimension. If they do not, they get sent back. Doesn't have to be to this planet, could be another planet anywhere else. Until they complete that task. But once they complete that task, they ascend to a higher dimension. And my belief is that these entities just got lost on the way up.
Kind of got stuck in limbo.
Higher dimension. Yeah. They got lost on the way up to the higher dimension, so they have not been, if I can put it in a very biblical way, judged.
Yeah.
Whether they've completed their tasks set before them or not.
It's amazing how there's always that overlap. Like, I mean, obviously, with myself being, I'm Christian. I am a Christian, and I have a extremely curious side of me which goes, you know what? I want to understand Satanism a bit more. I want to understand, not believe in it, but understand it more. And I want to understand if other people's, thought patterns when it comes to, what happens when you die. And like you're saying now, moving on to a different dimension, moving on to a different realm, heaven, hell, earth, there's so many different perspectives on it. Okay. And the way I look at it is there's always going to be that stepping stone of, have you completed what you've needed to complete throughout your course of your life, number one. And number two, your experience with the paranormal, or it's almost like you're connecting with that realm that is not quite here, and that is making you think there has to be something more.
No, that is where the two realms overlap.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
100%. Wait, hold on. Agree, there has to be more. Yeah, definitely. That same place that Ginger went to go camp, there have been satanic rituals and the train tracks behind the house. Crazy.
So that entire area is like a...
So it's kind of like a little bit of a cesspool for satanic rituals and all of those kind of things.
Yep.
Yeah, that's quite intense. And you would think for a place as small as that, there wouldn't be... I mean, I guess people get bored, right? So they want to delve into funny things, mess around with things. So.
When I was in high school, that same high school with the not the cemetery, the shrine for the concentration camp.
Yeah.
Often I'd go walk around the school at night because I'm bored. I want to get out and go walk around. And you'll hear like rustling, or you'll see something very quickly out the corner of your eye. Then when you look, it's gone. Never believed anything back then. Like, I'm just going crazy. I'm seeing things. Can't be real. Until it happens with you. Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's exactly it. But the problem is you kind of think, am I going nuts?
Yeah.
Is this a mental break that I'm having? But it's not. It's for me to be able to sit here and have a conversation with you, have a conversation with Migsy, have so many people that have contacted me and said, listen, I've got a couple of stories. Can I come chat to you? Yeah. For there to be so many people already coming to me and saying there's something. It's not about being crazy. It's about experiencing something that other people that have not experienced yet.
That's why I don't play. That's why I don't play these scary games.
I don't mind the horror games. I'll still do the horror games.
I used to watch a lot of horror movies and just find comedy out of it.
But do you think you're finding comedy out of it so that you can basically just get you're dealing with it. Yeah, I get that.
It's a
I get that
form of
because of what you've experienced. Yeah. Mrs. G's like, he made me watch it on those school grounds. Oh my gosh, why you do that to her? What? See, Mrs. G, what?
We done a kiddies movie. Then we watched it, and then we watched the kiddies movie.
But why were you guys on the school grounds?
We lived there. There's flats over there that we live.
Oh, right. Okay. Hectic. Hectic.
Literally lived there.
That's insane. We lived at the high school.
Yeah. We stayed on the first floor. Miss G stayed on ground floor.
Hectic.
Literally below us.
Damn. So, and then you go ahead and make her watch freaking it. Oh gosh. Chick Maxie's like, no ways.
And she doesn't like clowns at all. She don't do clowns.
Mrs. G and I are in the same boat. I don't like clowns. I agree. Clowns, no good. Now listen, when you had your sleep paralysis experience, I'm trying to jump back to that quickly. Did you by any chance mention the sleep paralysis thing to any family or any friends at that stage? No, nobody. You just kept it to 100% to yourself. You didn't share it with a soul.
Not even a therapist.
Jeez, okay, that must have been rough to have to deal with that on your own.
Yep.
That must have been rough. Power, welcome in. How you doing?
QTK has never heard any of these stories for a reason. So
I never knew about it until now. That's hectic, QTK. Sure.
That is why I lost my job at the call center.
Damn.
Because I could never sleep.
I know the grandpa. Okay,
the grandpa one.
Okay. We need the grandpa one. She's giving it away. We need the grandpa one.
the grandpa one was hilarious. I was out causing havoc with my friends and stuff, skateboarding at night. So I come home drunk as a skunk.
Yeah.
Mother gives me shit. I go and get into bed. And 10 minutes later, I hear my grandfather's voice, which I haven't heard in like 15 plus years. I hadn't heard for 15 plus years. I hear my grandfather's voice shutting me out for putting my mother through all of that. And my only reaction was get up, bolt out of the bedroom, ran to my mother's room, climbed in the bed next to her and told her I'm not going in that room. I refuse.
Oh my. Okay. And obviously your grandfather passed, or was he still around?
Yes. No, he passed long.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, that's a good reason to get up and run for high hills.
Yeah. So for the 3 days after that, I did not go into that room.
Same house.
I would not. Same house. No, this is flat on the 4th floor in Potch.
Okay.
Potchefstroom. Okay. Potch Towers. Yeah. Before we moved to the high school.
Okay. So your grandfather basically came to you and was like, Boyki?
Cut me out, yeah.
Boyki, enough's enough. He's like, I'm literally, this is a long ass dialing code, okay? I'm contacting from the other realm, and I'm telling you, enough is enough. Stop giving your mama a hard time.
Is op track, sien.
Yes, op track. He also said that the computer chair moved.
Mm-hmm.
What, at the same time when this was all happening? Or was
when I was hearing the voice?
Oh shit, so he pulled up a chair. Like grandfather's like, okay,
pulled up a chair and...
ons gaan nou praat. Now we're gonna chat. My gosh. Dude, shit.
The thing that scared me the most is my grandfather and I were like this. Like, my grandfather was my father. I do not acknowledge the existence of my father.
Yeah.
He was never a big part of my life. So my grandfather was my father, and my grandfather was also the law.
Okay, yeah.
So as soon as that happened, marked in a 180.
For years, a family joke. We will call your grandpa to come visit you. Yeah,
Yep.
man.
I'm literally just waiting for my mother who passed last year to come visiting me. Apparently, she's visited QDK, but
Oh my gosh.
not me yet.
Okay, we're gonna have to have a chat with Kitty Cat. My camera's doing that thing again. Come on, focus. There we go. We're gonna have to have a chat to Kitty Cat about that one. And that is going to be the next episode, guys. We got Kitty K coming up.
Maybe I should have a little chat with my mother, like cause some shit and.
A chat.
I think that's. Yeah, I think that's the only time they come and visit me is when I'm causing cack.
You're going to have to cause some more cuck then, so that they visit. Please not now. Yeah.
just gotten over it.
Yeah. Too soon. I still believe mine saved us from that. Duel. That is.
Oh yes.
Okay, please explain. Please explain, because now my curiosity is piqued.
Let me. Look at that. I open Facebook and it's a photo of me in the hospital. There, photos. I have to show you this image. I'm not sure if you'll be able to show it, but
I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up on Discord, because if I change Discord channels, we're both going to disappear. Wait, you know what? Send it.
I'll do the OBS virtual cam.
Okay, cool.
Add a scene. Video capture. Display capture. Alrighty. So in 2020, our house burnt down. But in amongst this, I was awakened a couple times. There. Video.
I believe she woke me up to see the flames in her photo. Was the only thing that did. Yui, check it that. Hey, zoom in a little bit for me. You can. Not letting you.
See right there.
Yeah.
Right there is like a.
So peeps, that's basically that is Ginger's flat, or what was left of Ginger's flat.
This was our bed. The laptops were on a shelf over here, and that is against the wall.
Jeez, like it.
Where's Discord? There's Discord. Yeah. So that was fun. We got home the evening after visiting friends.
Wait, hold on. Where's your face?
It's coming.
Okay. Are you using the virtual cam?
Yeah, I just got to switch cam source.
Yeah. No, you're good. There we go.
There he is. So that evening we were visiting friends. Got home. On our way home, we were talking about getting household insurance and stuff because we had just upgraded our house and everything. Spent like 30K on it.
Yep.
But at like 10 p.m., the power went out. Load shedding. Gotta love South Africa.
Yep, good old load shedding.
And then when the power came back, we had both fallen asleep already, and there was a plug next to the bed, a multi-plug. And when the power came back, it knocked like a power surge, and the sheets next to the sheets that were on the bed
caught a light from the spark.
Yeah. I woke up multiple times but fell back asleep again. Mrs. G burnt her finger purely for the fact that she never sleeps on her right side because she's got an artificial vein. And for some reason, that night she turned onto her right side and then burnt her finger. If that never happened, we'd both be dead.
That's insane. That is insane.
So yeah.
And so she's saying that she was saying that she believes that was potentially
someone,
potentially a mom.
Yeah, her mom or somebody trying to wake us up. But I believe it was her mother. Like,
just protecting you guys.
Yes.
Oh, that's insane.
So if that never happened, we would not be here. And a few months after that was lockdown.
So you guys literally had the house, the flat burned down, and then just after that was lockdown.
Yes.
Oh man, that's.
So we literally started from nothing to get to where we are now.
You guys have done well. You guys have done very, very well. It's amazing how going through all of that makes a person appreciate everything around you so much more, right?
It gives you a different outlook on life.
It really does. Max is like, sorry you guys had to go through that. Yep. Yeah, it's hectic.
It is what it is. And because we were staying on a plot, so it was outside of town, and we had borehole water. So because the power was out, the borehole pump wasn't running. So there was no water for us to douse the flames.
Oh my gosh. Freaking just one thing after the next. It sounds like Final Fantasy shit, right?
Yeah. This happened
what not Final Fantasy? What's that movie?
Yeah. Final Destination.
Final Destination, Final Fantasy. Seriously.
I still can't drive behind a truck with logs on it.
Right. You see a truck like that, you're like, another lane, please.
Got to get past.
Yeah.
So, what was I saying? I forgot where I was.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So now did you have any other experiences while you were in Poch? Like any other like weird paranormal situations happen or anything else that happened while you were that side?
The flats we stayed in, I didn't personally experience it, so I can't speak. This was coming from a friend of mine.
Okay.
We were like best buds for 11 plus years. I even got a tattoo commemorating him. But he stayed on the first floor, and he lived in those flats from when he was born. And there was a rumor that this old lady jumped from the 5th floor, flat 502. She jumped off the balcony there, and every now and then you'll see, if you go there late at night, you'll see like a figure on the top there.
On the balcony?
Yes, on the balcony. That figure will literally fall off and disappear into nothingness.
Oh no. Oh no. Ah, shit.
Yeah.
It's weird, like, and also with older people, like you find these kind of situations, it's always like the creepy grandpa or the creepy grandma or something like that. Or those flats were creepy.
Yes. The flat right next door, someone shot himself
on the same floor.
The flat right next door.
So there's something a little bit wonky going on with. Yeah. So 503, 502, clearly two flats you want to stay away from.
Stay far away.
Unless you want to go do some paranormal investigation, then you can go in there. But for her to jump, it must have been a dementia thing, or it must have been something crazy.
I don't know the story behind it, because it was after we moved in. So.
And the same with the guy that shot himself.
Yeah, the guy that shot himself, we were already living there.
Yeah, we saw moving as an escape. I can imagine moving was an escape. Damn, sounds like the place was intense. And then did anything happen to? Yep, go for it.
The church next door to those flats were also equally creepy. Very nice NG Kerk. Ground's always perfect, prim, proper. The dominee even stays on the property. But there's a few nights that we went next door, mess around as kids do. And you just get chills all of a sudden, and then someone starts running and everyone starts bolting it, and yeah.
Somebody feels something and then it's like, nope, forget it, I'm out of here.
Nope, I'm out. Goodbye.
It's amazing how
Cheers.
it's always like those old, it's either like the old Catholic churches or the old NG churches. As much as it's a church, okay, as much as it's, you know, holy grounds and whatever the case may be, why do they make these churches look so freaking creepy?
Creepy, right?
Every single, like, make it look appealing, make it look like some, you know, you want to go there, make it look welcoming. No, it has to be like freaking cold ass brick and the big ass organ at the top of
wood.
Ah, that wood.
Solid wood chairs.
You go in there and it's just wood inlay everywhere, and can't.
And then why they got to do the window, those windows?
The
Jesus and
colored panes. Stained glass.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, that does make it look creepy.
Window. It's like.
Yeah, I could never go into those old school churches. Used to creep me out as well. You walk in there and it felt cold, and it did feel creepy.
Yeah, eerie. You feel that eerie sense.
Yeah, and I mean, you know what the thing is? Immediately my mind goes, how many funerals have happened here?
How many dead people have been wielding?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, in that same way.
Yeah, I mean,
That's why I don't go to funerals.
Yeah,
I don't do funerals.
Yeah, funerals are. You know, I can understand doing like a celebration of life or whatever the case is, but funerals are a bit of a challenge. Yeah, that's why, like, if something ever happened to me, freaking send me out to whatever you need to send me out to. Go have a party. Go have a party. Be like, you know, we can talk about. Go and talk about freaking whatever history and memories and whatever, but don't wheel me into a place.
With my funeral policy, if I die, just dig a hole in the backyard, dump me in there, because funerals are expensive as hell, and then go and drink. Like, go to a party.
Exactly. You see, QDK says we'll have a big job, please. And please just make sure that the casket and whatever, nothing. I don't want any of that cuck at the casket. No, you know, keep the memories good. You don't need to think of me inside a box in front there. Thank you very much.
Just dig a hole in the backyard, dump me in there. I'll feed the trees. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I said to Max, I said, heaven help you. You have like a freaking proper funeral or whatever. I'll come and haunt you.
Yeah, I will. I will. No.
So obviously you've had experiences. Your sister's had experiences. Mrs. G had her experience with her mom potentially saving you guys from a fire, which could have been fatal. Yeah, dude, I think your experiences have been quite hectic. Is there anything else that you've gone through? Any other experiences?
I don't think so. Nothing that I can think of.
Nothing else that you can think of.
I think, yeah. TDK, any other weird occurrences?
Well, anything else that's happened?
Leaving my grandfather out of it?
Leaving your grandfather out of it. Okay, so we've discussed that. There was another question I wanted to ask you. Okay, so what advice would you give to somebody who experiences something like this that they can't explain?
Like the sleep paralysis or
sleep. If somebody goes through sleep paralysis, if somebody goes through the things that you've been through, obviously the sleep paralysis being one of the most impactful situations. What advice would you give to somebody who has been through something like that, and you know they're hinting on the fact that they've been through it, but they're not quite there yet when it comes to explaining?
I'd say just talk. Like, don't be like me and bottle everything up, because there comes a time when it explodes, and it's not a pretty sight. Talk. Somebody, anybody, I don't care whether they believe you or not. Just talk on it. Talk about it.
Getting it out in the open.
That's what I learned.
Yeah.
Don't bottle shit up. Use your words.
Yeah, no, that's wise words. Wise words, dude. Especially going through sleep paralysis. I think I've only ever experienced it once. Was it twice? Once in my life, and once was more than enough. So for you to go through that for such a long period of time, it must have been. I mean, I can't even think of it. Once was more than enough.
So Twisted, go and play with your Ouija board. We'll speak again.
Yeah, we'll speak again, Twisted. Dude, let's just have a look here. I think we've been just short of an hour. What's that? Yeah. Let's have a squiz here. 6 minutes short of an hour. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Thanks for sharing, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for the opportunity.
And then the next one is going to be your sister.
Mm.
We're going to see what QDK has to say about her situation.
I can think there's a few.
Yeah, I think that's going to also be quite an interesting one.
By the way, QDK, just so you know, the scar on your lip happened in that same room where there was a indentation on my bed.
Oh shit!
She climbed out the cot and whacked her lip when she was like 1 year old.
And you didn't pick up on anything with her, like seeing anything or speaking about anything, or when she was a baby, nothing like that.
Nah, she just had these weird sayings when she was a baby.
Okay.
She'd often talk to herself as well, so I don't know if she was talking to somebody else or.
A lot of the times when kids are doing that, they're talking to their imaginary friend, and the so-called imaginary friend isn't so imaginary.
Imaginary.
Yeah. I had an imaginary friend, and it happened to be my twin, who passed away when we were born.
Oh.
So, yeah. Pretty hectic.
Now we need a story.
From me?
Yes.
Shit. Okay. Well, I mean, I've got a list as long as my arm, considering the shit that I've had to contend.
Not a very long arm.
Long arm, man. Long arm. Okay. Well, I'll tell you the one about that. So when I was a little bit younger, my parents moved into a place in Benoni, and obviously my twin passed away at birth. But camera's being weird. Don't start being weird. So my twin passed away at birth, and I was staying in a little flat outside. My parents were like very much a thing of me being independent from a very young age. So I literally stayed in a flat from the age of 12. There was a flat on the property, and there was the house, and I stayed in the flat. And my dad refused to go into the flat, and my mom used to go into the flat because she said that she was also an empath, and she used to be like, "Oh, your twins here, yeah, I can feel your twin." Da 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 da. I'm like, okay, cool. And the one day I started getting a really weird feeling, and this I couldn't have been older than 12, 13, and I started getting this feeling like I was being watched through the window of my flat. And I look up to the corner of the flat, and I see hands move away from the edge of I just saw the hands do this away from the edge of the window. I shat myself. I got such a fright. I'm like, wait, there's somebody here. It's either a burglar or it's something, but the hands were small. Like the hands were really, really small. So I'm like, there's a kid in the garden. Immediately my mind starts going like, what's going on? Who is this? Your brain starts to go absolutely nuts. Max. So there were these little instances and experiences where I started to develop more and more of a connection to this entity. And eventually at one stage I was a little bit older, I was about 17, and the entity actually fully appeared. The apparition fully appeared in my it just popped up in my chair in the corner of the flat the one day. And I was calm. I was very like it felt okay. Like I didn't feel like I was like super scared or nervous or anything like that. It wasn't a fear thing. It was a you know what, I'm okay.
Yeah.
A couple of years, like 2 years down the line, I meet up with this one girl, and she comes into the flat, and we were coming and going out of the flat, and there was no. And I said to her, "Listen, please, won't you just go fetch something for me in the flat?" She's like, "Yeah, no problem." So she goes into the flat. She comes running down into the house. She is as white as a sheet, and she's like, "There's somebody in your flat. There's somebody in your flat. They were sitting by the chair." I said, "It's okay. Don't worry." I'm like, "It's okay. Don't stress about it. I know. Don't stress. It's my twin." And she's like, "What do you mean it's your twin? I don't understand." I'm like, and I just said to her, "I'm glad you saw it because now at least I know I'm not crazy."
I'm not crazy, yeah.
And then from that day onwards, she would never go into the flat. She was like, "Oh, if we're going to your mom's place, or if we're going to your place, please let's just rather stay inside the house or whatever."
Stay in the house, yeah.
Yeah. So I had that, and then the other experience was a little bit further along. I was driving around in my little Renault Megane Sport. I thought I was very, very lonely, and was driving past in Benoni, past Northmead Square, and all of a sudden, a friend of mine, Jonathan Hollard, just pops up in my chair in the passenger seat.
What the hell?
Yeah, he just appeared in my passenger seat, and he was chatting to me, and I was chatting to him like he'd been there the entire time. And he just said to me, he said, "Dude, I'm so grateful for actually having a friendship with you." And I was like, "Dude, yeah, same." I was very nonchalant about it. I was like, "Oh yeah, dude, it's good to have you as a friend too." And then I looked down, I looked up, and he was gone. And I just burst into tears. I just started crying, dude, but chunking, like crying.
Yeah.
I got home and I said to my mom, "This just happened." And she looked at me and she was bleak. And she said to me, "Jonathan just passed away. He was killed in a motorbike accident."
Oh, shit.
So he appeared in my car within 15 to 20 minutes of him passing away.
Passing. Nice. Just say one last hurrah and cheers. Love it.
That for me was a shock to the system. But those, yeah, there's a lot more. I've got a lot more experiences, but those are the two. Yeah, dude, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Hope you guys are all good. We've had an awesome chat with Ginger. Him telling us about his family experiences, and if Ginger catches on any nonsense, we're gonna just send his grandpa. From now on, if he catches on any nonsense, or if he like shoots skew, or if he catches on any nonsense during games, guys, we send Opa. I had a similar experience with Milk. Oh, you had a similar experience with your grandfather, Mrs. G. Tell us more.
Miss G is also slightly empathic as well.
Oh, really? So you had a bit of an experience like that. It's crazy how that happens, though. Like, and then you start cross-questioning yourself, and you're like, "Did that really happen? Was I daydreaming?
Yeah. Am I crazy?
Am I completely nuts?" It's weird. So weird how that happens.
Here I come.
Yeah. Off to freaking Gundakis or Falkenberg or wherever. Yeah. But dude, thanks so much for sharing the stories. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And looking forward to Kitty K doing her thing. And I'm waiting for Mrs. G. I'm pretty sure Mrs. G's typing something right now. I'm waiting for it. Nessa, welcome in. I was struggling to breathe for about 2 hours, and as soon as the phone rang to tell us he passed away, I caught my last breath. That's intense.
Oh, yes. I remember telling me that.
As soon as the phone rang to tell us he passed away, I caught my breath.
So she couldn't breathe the entire time until that phone rang of the hospital notifying that he had passed. Then it's like, and then she could breathe normal.
That's crazy. It's almost like his last breath was the one that basically helped you take yours. If you think about it that way. That's intense. That's deep.
That's crazy.
Hey? So his final breath was the one that brought breath to you. Oh, that's goosebumps. That's goosebumps. Oh, that's goosebumps.
Love you, KDK.
Yeah. You got a good brother on your hands, and you've got a good sister on your hands, dude. And you've got an amazing, and you've got most days. And you got an amazing missus as well.
And the missus I wouldn't trade for.
Your missus is amazing.
Anything.
You guys, yeah, and we are very blessed to have you guys as friends. We really are. Cool. Okay, peeps. I think I'm gonna do a sneaky hosty. Let's just quickly head off to the stream ending screen, and yeah. Again, Ginger, thanks so much, buddy.
Awesome.
Guys, if you have got
welcome, thank you.
Yeah, absolute pleasure. Guys, if you've got any paranormal experiences, if you are lurking in the background and you ever want to share, please feel free to do so. Hit me up on Discord, and we can have a chat and arrange a date. I've got a couple of people lined up for the next couple of episodes. And yeah, be good to hear from you. Cool. Be good, guys. Catch you later. Bye.
Cheers, babes.